Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Do a roll call.
Commissioner Dolan?
Here.
Chairman Howell?
Here.
Howard, sorry. And Commissioner Anderson?
Here.
And Commissioner Schultz here, others in the audience?
Mark Roscoe, Director of Public Works.
Bob Daniel, Assistant Finance Director.
Great. And then I just need to get an approval of the minutes from March 3rd, 2023's meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we'll just call it aye.
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 All right, then on to new business. We have our quarterly grant disbursements. And I know we've got listed that not to exceed the amounts here. Have you guys received the applications from everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming then all of these funds will go out? So all the hotels will
Yes,
put in there?
yes, yeah. So I got one from you,
Uh-huh.
yours. I'm not sure on the others, I'm sorry, I should say, I'm not sure on the other ones.
Okay,
Sherry had told me she's in traffic, so let me check out the other ones. If we receive them, then we'll go ahead and disperse.
Okay.
Send the applications. Usually we get the whole one, but
Right.
I'm not sure.
well, and the reason I'm asking is because I asked this at I think our last meeting, is that what are we doing with the funds that people aren't using? And the reason I'm asking again is because we were, and this will go into Mark's spiel, but if those funds can be used to do some of the things that we've discussed, if people aren't going to use it, was the question I had, because otherwise what happens to
The
it?
money just stays in the fund, just stays in the.
But what happens if, like, this is the end of the calendar year? Does it
still
it rolls over?
It rolls over, yes.
Are you sure about that?
That's fine, yes.
Okay. I was,
There's Ken.
She called and said she's not even able to make it on time, so I apologize for
okay, so then I guess we need a motion to approve the disbursement of the funds for the grants. It's everybody, right? So, and we need it,
So this would be
all of us, right?
an
Because it's
omnibus.
financial.
This would be an omnibus
Right.
motion, and I moved, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, yes, you can vote.
Algar, Sarah, aye.
Schultz, aye.
Dolan, aye.
All right. Mark? The banners look great.
Banners, feel like
They look
I
great.
think they really pop over there. Last time we had talked about our schedule of changing the banners out, and the plan was that these would be the white bubbles, we'll call
Mhm.
them, were the spring banners. And we changed them right before Memorial Day to the the Statue of Liberty and the blue city banners. And we've been very busy, but we also looked at it and said, let's let it roll a little longer with the banners. We don't want to take away from Memorial Day. Statue of Liberty banners are more of a 4th of July type feel, not as much the Memorial holiday.
Right.
So we liked the fact that the flowers were coming in, the white banners, so we left the white ones up a little bit longer, probably through middle of this month, because we'll put up we'll put up the Statue of Liberty banners a week or two before the 4th of July. So we just, the original schedule we had talked about was mid-May, and now we just kind of pushed that.
I think that's good.
They look good.
Yeah.
The flowers went in May 23rd through 25th, around there. The guys came in and got the irrigation system up and running. We had multiple problems with that this year. A few valves froze that were winterized, but they still froze and popped. And then we had 2 locations where sometime over the winter, vehicles had driven off the road and hit sprinkler heads when it was, I assume, wet out, and crushed the head and broke the pipe and the T and out. So we had some damaged spots there that they repaired. But as of now, everything is being watered and planted. It's nice to see the flowers that are
It looks really good. I was
In
just.
a few weeks, they're gonna start really popping.
Yeah, I was with someone from our management company yesterday, and I was coming from the West End back this way, which is like my whole premise of the whole beautification thing. And, you know, once you got right past the McDonald's, like it really just makes
Start seeing
it
it.
look so good, look so much better.
And we kicked up our irrigation a little bit for the first few weeks here because it's been so dry. When they planted them in the soil, everything was just dry out. But they're gonna really start popping. We have an addendum, we do a little bit of mulch every year. We wait till after they do the flowers, so that's already been ordered. That's like $2,500. It's part of our approved package from last meeting, so that'll be coming in the next few weeks, so there'll be some fresh mulch out there. And then we've talked to Landscape Concepts about a couple areas that may not be getting the attention that we're expecting. So they're going to make some adjustments there and clean up a couple spots. And then that's really it for the status of where we're at now. We'll have to talk about what we want to do in the fall at some point. I think it's kind of a finance issue.
Well, and we'll have a new budget, right, so we'll have some funds hopefully.
Well, we're in the new year now.
That's what I mean, so, yeah.
But at this point, happy with everything that's going on. Information-wise, our Levy 37 project is still going on. The wall that was damaged, we're still working on proper repairs for that. Obviously, it's not visible to anybody now that it's been cleaned up.
Yeah.
But that still is a project that needs to get done. I just don't have a time frame on it. So it's not going to fall, but it definitely needs to be patched or repaired properly. So just a heads up. And that's really what I have on our side of it. Questions or-
All good stuff. Dan?
Not a whole lot going on over in the tourism district right now on the building and development side. The aviation building next to the Ramada is still up for sale, so we had some very unique, interesting concepts that have not come forward. Talked to them, and put it back in their hands, but they have not come forward with anything yet. So, our businesses are doing fairly well over at Milwaukee Plaza. We've had no new vacancies. We are getting a tobacco shop where the old China buffet at 658, and the group in there, it's glass sets, they're going to be doing their own glass artwork, teaching glass blowing classes as part of the store, because they already have the commercial hood dug back where the kitchen was, so that should be opening hopefully in the summer. So that you may get some information about classes or things that they're going to be offering, demonstrations, that type of stuff.
Great.
Other than that, just, the building department itself had our busiest May of we did 151 permits this past month. The last largest number of permits for a month of May was 2018, and we did 112.
Wow. A lot. Do we, I know you guys are a little bit out of it, but any tidbits or anything on the Navati project?
There'd be other than the fact that
I know one building's like resurrecting as we speak.
Still do not have a end user.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but Village of Glenview has honored the IGA and fulfilled their obligation on the first phase of that. Dermody with us satisfied all their outstanding bills, services and stuff with them in the first invoice, so they've been a good relationship. I still talk to them, they're excited, and they do believe that there will be some carryover usages for hotels. They're just not at that point yet.
Yeah, okay.
When I get hard concrete and user information, I
I
will let
feel-
you know,
Yeah.
and I know you could.
I feel like a broken record.
But, you know, I understandably so, because you want to do some, marketing, you want to
Yeah.
do some promotion, you want to be able to make available your information about your services and what you can offer to
Right.
those business communities. I just don't think they're at that stage yet.
Right. Okay. I did talk to the gentleman that you had referred me to, and he wasn't very helpful. That's okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. We'll just keep digging, so.
So,
all right.
again, as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know.
Sounds good. All right. I don't know if Jocelyn has a.
She had no report.
No report. Okay. Any old business that we need to talk about?
There's no public comment.
This is, I think, the fastest meeting we've ever had.
If I could ask one?
Yeah.
The next meeting is scheduled for September 1st. I'll just ask if there's any chance that that could be considered a different date. That is the Friday before Labor Day weekend.
I will not be here either.
I know in advance that I'll be moving it. Young child will be college that weekend. Not a young child anymore, so.
Your youngest child.
My youngest child. So, but just for consideration before the
Yes.
next agenda goes out.
I'm in the same boat, so I really won't need that either.
So that we would not have a quorum, so we should just, if we all know the date, I mean, it could even be moved to Thursday, it doesn't have to be a Friday, it doesn't, or it could be moved to Wednesday or something.
I'm moving my son in that time.
Oh,
We
you
leave
leave
Thursday,
Thursday.
so I,
Well, it could be the, it doesn't
My
have to be.
suggestion would be
The week
the
after.
Yeah, the 8th.
that
September
works for
8th.
me.
So.
That works for everyone else.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I agree it should be moved from.
That'd be perfect.
The 8th sounds fine. Keep in mind, it may be Pat Ludvigson who takes over this. It's normally the mayor that
Yes.
sits
Right.
on this, but that has to be formally done. So with the transition just being recent, I continue to be here today, but in the future, as far as the schedule, it's not up to me. Pat will probably be taking over this position.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I
I'll
know
make
they
that a
did,
part of
that's
it.
good that.
Yeah.
But, because I came here just for this.
Wow.
No, I.
She's lying.
Oh.
She has a name tag on from the minute she was ever started.
Thank you, Holly.
We just don't want you, hear on your own.
You wouldn't have, thanks for telling me, I would have been on at the airport.
At the airport,
with this.
then.
I forget about that stuff. I do have a question though, since you mentioned.
Yeah.
Since it's not till September, do you decide or talk about what you're doing for fall? Do you do it in September or?
We should figure it out. Can that be done via email?
We did that last time, I think, right?
Yeah, delegated for that, put together.
But we have to figure out the funds though, right?
As long
So
as
that has
there's
to
no
be-
cost or nobody, and we don't all talk about it at once, then we have to have a meeting, but if you were just sending it to all of us.
If I work through
Yes.
the email chain and.
Yes, and then if we have to decide on, we can no longer do the Zoom meetings, we'd have to have a special.
Oh, we can't? I was gonna just suggest that.
No.
Because we would have to decide on the spend, right?
Can we,
Do you have what we
can we
do?
put a
You can do a
motion out
non-to
to approve an expense of no more than $12,000 for fall planting, based on supporting documentation from finance that we can afford? Something like that?
I think that's fine.
That
Do
way,
you have, when you say that number, is that, like, did you just
I just blew that.
pull that? Okay. Do you have?
No, I'm just,
No,
I was gonna say 120.
Well, we didn't really do much last year, right?
No, we didn't because we were buying supplies, right?
Our guesstimate for fall planting, past years, we've been in the $17,000.
I was gonna, that's what I was actually gonna say 18, is what I thought.
And earlier this year, we had talked about a reduced fall planting of maybe around 10,000 as a number to make something fit, do something but not go crazy on it.
Because we were hoping to maybe figure out a way to fund lighting for the holidays. I think is what we had talked about.
So
So should we say not to exceed 10, or do you think 12 is more realistic?
I throw 12 out there.
Okay.
And then we'll put together a real quote from Landscape Concepts, and I'll email it through all the proper channels here, and then at least we have it on record that it's been talked about as a quorum for the approval. That way there can't be any idea that we're doing it without, the correct steps.
So,
We need a motion, right?
yes, tell me how would you like the motion to say? You want
A
to
motion to, well, you worded it better.
I'll speed it up. A motion to approve not to exceed $12,000 for fall tourism area planting based on financial review by finance. Based on our financial review.
Okay. Second?
I second the motion.
Schulteis, aye.
Allgauer, Star, aye.
Anderson, aye.
Don't let die.
Is that the, we have to adjourn?
Adjourn. Okay,
And
maybe it's not the longest, the shortest. We went 5 minutes longer.
And we are, and you want me to cancel the September 1st, and we will have a
Yes,
meeting in
please.
September.
As long as that works for everyone else.
Much better.
Okay.
Because we have published September 1st, when I send down, it's going to say special meeting, but it won't, it'll just be that we change the dates.
Okay. That's great.
Okay. Move to adjourn?
Yeah, you're moving into September 8th.
Yes.
That's
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.